All right, so here's where it starts getting exciting. We start getting the data from our speaking engagements. Now, on your homepage here, if you scroll down, you'll see this gray area which says add a new speaking engagement. The first thing you want to do is click on that orange button and add an upcoming speaking engagement you have. So you can put the title of your presentation here, and then you can put in the group that's bringing you in. And then sometime in the future when your presentation is happening, whether it's in person or virtual, we like to keep track of these things for you because as you start seeing trends, it's going to be really interesting to know, when do you do in person? When do you do virtual? Are you doing more virtual? Are you doing more in person? Is virtual something you don't do at all? So we're going to be able to surface all those trends for you. After each one of your speaking engagements, you can go ahead and put how many people attended. That allows you to get a general sense of how many people attended versus how many people filled out your Talkadot feedback and how much you got paid for it as well. Now, in case any of you are wondering, we are not using any of your individual data to ever share with someone. This is how much you are making. This is all for you. We will put trends and reports and things like that that will help you get a sense of how much money you made this September versus last September. When are certain presentations booked more than other presentations? So we're going to be able to surface all sorts of cool data for you as you continue to use it. So we encourage you to put in as much of this information as you can. So I'm going to just say that there was, I'll leave that blank because it didn't happen in the future. And, I got paid a whole bunch of money for this presentation. And then I'll hit create event. Now, what you'll see here is that this event is now created. So go ahead and add all of your presentations ahead of time that you have. Now, you might be someone that loves to add stuff ahead of time. We highly recommend doing it at least your first presentation so that when your data comes in, it'll all fill into this for you. If, however, you don't want to add your information ahead of time, or you forget to add your information ahead of time, or whatever the case may be, don't worry, we got you. What's going to happen is your feedback will flow into your Talkadot based upon the time. So what that means is even if you don't add your presentation ahead of time, you can still get that information pulled in, and then you can add it after the data is pulled in. This is an example of what that might look like. As you can see here, we have the name of the organization and the title of the presentation here. Right? But you can notice that this one says add details for organization name and add details for talk name. That's because this presentation wasn't added ahead of time, but all of the data comes in right here. So all you have to do is click on add details, then put the name of the talk here. I just wrote what I said, and then the name of the institution here, then put save changes. And then bam, Awesome Inc. and the name of the talk here shows up. So either way, whether you add it beforehand or if you don't and then add it after, you are set to go. But we highly recommend clicking add a new speaking engagement, this button, and putting in whenever you book a speaking engagement, the date and when it's going to happen, because it's going to be really, really exciting to start seeing your data come in and having it all set up for you on the back end. So you want to add your speaking engagements here, or make sure to fill in the information for the speaking engagements after you do your survey.